Hey, happy Monday, Sales Director Corrin Cresci. Okay, so if you listened last Monday, I talked about the STAR Consultant Program, and we were like 30 days in to the first quarter of the new seminar year. So we were a third of the way done already with the quarter. And so, here we are. And I did mention we would talk about it for a couple of weeks. So for those of you that are like, ho-hum, STAR Consultant Program, go have an amazing day. But for those of you that maybe have not consistently been a STAR consultant, like if you weren't an all-star last year, or you were an all-star but like at the sapphire level, which is fabulous, by the way. I'm just saying, like, there's other levels, i.e. more rewards available to you this year. And since we're at the beginning of the seminar year, and the favorite thing we love to do in Mary Kay at the beginning of the seminar year is set these big, outrageous, audacious, as we should, goals that stretch us and pull us. And, like, that's what we're doing right now. Like, why not include the STAR Consultant Program in there? Why not set a goal to be a Pearl STAR Consultant this quarter? Just kick it off big. Reach for the moon. And even if you miss, you'll land among the stars, right? Like, we probably should all just be saying, I'm going to be a Pearl. Every consultant, as a director, helps support all of the consultants in your unit. And then, as time and progression and learning curve and experience and life and days and crisis roll into that quarter, is it all so terrible if you end up at the sapphire level? No, because you were a STAR consultant quarter one. So let's just maybe break it down into its simplest form this morning, and so I'm speaking right now to those of you that maybe you've lost your confidence that you could easily be a STAR consultant. Maybe you came in hot as a new consultant, and now, things have eased out. Maybe you've lost some customers, or you haven't been in growth mode. You've been in maintenance mode, and we know maintenance mode actually means you're actually kind of losing. There's attrition that's evolved with customers. You're losing some customers. And so if you haven't been a STAR consultant in a while, like, here's my message to you. It's just selling 12 products a week. Like, if you just week in and week out at the beginning of a quarter, sold and got in a groove of selling 12 items a week, like, it's going to pan out for you, I promise. Like, sometimes I think we make it bigger than it seems. Maybe sometimes we only take the one equation most of us are most familiar with, which is the $300 sales week. If you just sell $300 a week, then you will be a sapphire star. That's true. That is absolutely true. But if you're not in a mode of being proactive with your business, or life circumstances are keeping you from being proactive, if you're not holding parties and appointments and faces and virtual or in person, if you're not in a groove of generating new business, then a $300 sales week, if you don't have a lot of customers with reorders, can seem too far a stretch. But what about 12 products a week? Like, most women will spend $25 to try something. Think about yourself. If somebody said, I've got this great product, it's going to cause blah, 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 XYZ to happen for you, and you have a need for that in your life, most women will come up with a disposable $25 to give something a try. So if you think in terms of our products and think in terms of like the average sale, so like a lip liner and a lipstick, or a lip liner and a lip gloss, or a mascara and an eye makeup remover, or a customer that's already using foundation, but now you're going to throw in a primer, or a customer that hasn't had a foundation reorder in a while, and you're wondering about her, and it's summertime, maybe she should switch and try a CC cream. Like if you think in terms of the $25 range of products, and yes, we should always be trying to sell $135 miracle sets to customers or $215 repair sets to customers. Absolutely. Skincare customers are the bread and butter of your business. But if that's not where you find yourself for a season or a reason, then look at an average sale of $25, 12 of those sales happening in a week. And my goodness, if somebody spends $50 with you, that counts as two. So like think in terms of 12 on average products a week times 25, which by the way is $300 over and over and over again. You're going to creep your way right up to the Sapphire Star program. And if you didn't hear last week's message, the whole point in this was that, like, you really can use your points to create travel for yourself. Like, go in, create a family getaway, go in and create a weekend with you and your hubby, you and a bestie, a spa trip, a girls trip, because when you have something fun to work towards, it'll make becoming a star consultant, it'll give you a better reason. And sometimes I think we look at the star poster or we look at all the prizes and we're like, do I really need a salad spinner? No, it's all right if I'm not a star consultant this quarter. And that's just a wrong thought process towards the program. You are in charge of this program. You get to use your points however you want. You can save them quarter after quarter. You can be an all-star. You can plan a trip for yourself next summer, figure out how many points it's going to take, how much dollar value you need, and figure out what you need to do this year as a star consultant, and you can have your own top consultant trip that you're planning for yourself. Like this, I think sometimes we're not looking at the star consultant program through the correct lens. So let's talk more about it. Would you be open? Let's talk more about it next week. But for right now, consider getting on track, especially if you're not on track, with selling 12 products this week at the average rate of $25. And guess what? Now you're on target. God bless and have a star consultant week.